Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I have anxiety all
Mm,
the time.
and what's giving you anxiety?
Um, Sometimes it's politics. Sometimes it's the fact that a meteor could hit Earth and we could all die. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes it's home. If I'm not worried about stuff, I worry that I forgot what I should be worried about.
So you're just worried about everything.
I worry. I, I worry a lot.
Do you ever think about what you're worried about and wonder if it's like out of your control? Maybe you can't do nothing about it?
I I do. I feel like the entire world is out of my control and I can't do anything about that. Um,
I think everybody feels that way, especially right now.
that that yes, this what is going on now has absolutely exacerbated it. Um, my coworkers think I'm doing great, but at home I'm usually drunk or heavily medicated. um, I know some of it stems from when my children were born.
Postpartum depression.
No, I had a very terrible case of postpartum anxiety disorder,
Ooh, okay.
which no one told me existed.
And what did that do to you?
Um, I was afraid that something, the movie Final Destination,
Mm-hmm.
where, if you know that movie,
I've seen it.
my son died when my twins were born, and um, he was gone for 10 minutes. And the doctors, two doctors, one did CPR and one got a shot of epinephrine through his cord, and they brought him back. And I feel like the movie Final Destination, where something's going
To come back and get
and
him.
take him.
Come back and get him.
Like he cheated death, and something's going to come back for him.
Those kind of fears could be really hard to get over.
It's been 3 years, and
And
I
you still have them.
I have not left my house one morning in 3 years without going into their room to make sure both of my kids are breathing.
That's understandable. Does that get frustrating sometimes that it's out of your control?
Incredibly. I
What do you do to kind of work through it?
Xanax.
You take medication.
No. Actually, my family physician prescribed me Xanax with the postpartum, and as she's confident that I'm not abusing it, she continues to prescribe it. And sometimes just having that out, that knowing if I can't work through it, sometimes that's enough. But with COVID, it's really increased.
The fear of the unknown.
Yes, like I don't know if my parents will get it. I don't know if my children will get it. I'm not afraid for myself, but this this boatload of people that I'm supposed to protect.
And you feel like you have to do it.
Yes, that is like it is my job to. I have children and a husband and aging parents, and I feel like it is my job to make sure all of them are okay.
Are safe. And do you feel like you are doing a really good job at that? Because from what I see, you do a really good job at that.
Thank you. I feel like outwardly everybody thinks I'm doing a good job, but inside
There's a facade.
it's a disaster inside.
You're hiding it.
Yes. One of my coworkers told me what a good job I'm doing handling all this, and how I'm the one who tells everyone the statistics, and I read stuff off the government websites to them, and I calm everyone down, and inside I am a train wreck.
So you're the glue that holds it all together. And sometimes it gets overwhelming.
It does, incredibly.
Sometimes it seems like it's too much to handle. So, what are some things that you are doing around the house differently because of all this?
I'm at work and at home. I am washing and sanitizing till my hands bleed. Um, since myself and my coworkers are considered quote unquote essential, um, we have to be out in this.
Mhm.
We have to interact with the public. And while I know that I could take the layoff and feel safer, I also feel that those of us who are choosing to continue to work are doing a really good thing for society. And um,
Absolutely.
so I sanitize. I do not kiss my children goodnight. I do not share food with them. I do not share drinks with them. We high five and fist bump after I've washed my hands.
Nice.
Is where the party is?
We can just pause it and you can edit that part out.
Okay. So dealing with all the COVID going on right now, what do your children think about having to stay home and follow all these certain procedures and
Luckily, they're only 3, so their world is very small still.
they're excited to not have to go to school?
And since you mentioned their feelings about it, it's not them. It's my parents. And suddenly, our roles have completely reversed. I have to monitor my parents. I have to make sure they're washing their hands. I had to scold my mom for going to the grocery store to buy a sale of tuna fish and nothing else. Suddenly, I'm the parent of everyone.
Suddenly you have the stress of the whole family resting on your shoulders
Yeah.
and you're trying to make it all work.
And my parents are aging and they're stubborn and they're stuck in their ways. And I've had to scold my father for spending too long in the gas station talking to his coffee clutch buddies. And I feel like my family is resenting me for not allowing them to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we're allowed to be around my parents is my parents are daycare for my kids.
Okay.
So the 2 households are exposed, and under Michigan's, laws, that's fine. But I feel like I'm parenting 4 children instead of 2. Because my parents are resenting all these rules I'm imposing on them, and they want to leave the house, and it's like I've grounded them.
And it can be overwhelming, exhausting, stressed out. That seems like a lot. So underneath all that worry, do you think there's any other emotions that you're feeling besides the stress, the anxiety, and the worry? What's underneath that?
Underneath, I'm sad that I have to confine everyone. I'm angry at them for, I think, how lucky you are to be able to just sit home? Some of us are out there in the middle of this stressed out and scared, and we don't know if we've got it, and we come home and we can't hug you.
We're at risk of making you
can't.
sick if we get sick.
Right. I have to cook dinner with gloves on. My dad is old and he's a smoker and he has underlying health issues. My mom is a tough old goat. I think she'd be fine. But, and my son, I just, in the back of my mind, I think maybe he has lung issues from what happened to him when he was born. And, my daughter, I think, what if she has asthma like her dad? And it's frustrating and saddening to do something for this group of people for their own good who thinks you're being a jerk to them.
Right. That could seem terrible at times. You know what I mean? You have all this falling on you and you're trying to do the best you can for
Right.
everyone around. And it's like you're the middle.
Yes.
There's no...
I feel like sometimes I am the rock
You're the glue that holds it all together.
of that. And you know, my stepdad has some issues. And so that, you know, in that he's not any pillar for the family as
Right.
well. So I've taken the role of matriarch, and I don't like it.
So it gets frustrating.
Very.
Well, it
Very.
sounds to me like you have a lot going on and you just don't know what to do right now.
No.
Yeah, I've been there. Trust me. I felt that many days. I have 4 children.
Oh.
Well, it looks like our time is running
Okay.
up for today. I would really love to meet with you again if that would be okay.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
Yes, and have a very nice day.
Thank you.